Hawkeye is definitely Marvel's best show. It's got grounded nature, flowing dialogue, non-plot related injuries, pizza dog, Yelena, Christmas themes. It's got absolutely everything. It's a nice shift from the other MCU entries, especially when compared to the growing multiverse. But the show has something at its core that elevates it beyond the others, something beyond archery and boxed macaroni. It's got a fantastic protagonist.
Kate Bishop
is the reason why Hawkeye isn't just another WandaVision or Loki, but something that the future of Marvel shows should aim for. The type of character Kate embodies is the protagonist that many successful stories put front and center. I'll go over the 3 key factors why she is such a strong lead, and how it benefited this great Christmas-themed show. If Kate didn't take the spotlight, we wouldn't see pizza dog, zipline fails, or hair that resembles a dinosaur. Without Kate, there is no Hawkeye. Here's how to make a great protagonist that not only is exclusive to their story, but the main reason their story happens in the first place.
Don't say it. Don't you say it. Left. Come on!
Kate as a character is pretty great. Like, easily one of the best main characters I've seen in quite a while. She's a rich kid who isn't your typical stuck-up princess type. She's kind and likable as a person, and feels like an actual human. But most importantly,
Kate Bishop
is the spark that sets everything in motion and keeps it going. She's an active character. She makes decisions based on her drive to help people and make the world better, which often leads to some type of issue that needs to be overcome. Like previously mentioned, if we didn't have Kate at the heart of the show, we wouldn't have a show to begin with. Why has Ronan supposedly returned? How come this woman and her pajama goons tie up Clint? Why is the shady operation slowly being brought to the light? How come they have these snazzy uniforms now? Why is this car covered in bubblegum? The answer?
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
Kate Bishop.
Come on!
Do you keep saying my whole name just to point out that you know it? Yes.
For the most part, things in Hawkeye don't just happen because the plot needs them to and Kate is just somehow there. They happen because she directly or indirectly sets them into motion. She's always on the move, always thinking of what to do next, and always active within the story. Kate grabs the plot by the neck and drags it along with her. The conflicts that she sparks leads to consequence, pushing her to act in order to make things right. Because of the nature of things and the fact she's still a hero in training, the cycle continues until the finale. Active protagonists like this aren't just lifeless bodies being pushed by the plot. They are the sole reason why the story unfolds in the first place.
Kate Bishop
is a multi-dimensional, well-written character that lives within a narrative exclusively tailored to fit her. If she were to be replaced with another young archer or even take it out entirely, Hawkeye wouldn't be what it is. Having a protagonist that pushes the narrative is a vital step towards a great story. If you can't get your lead as active as they could potentially be, you risk making something plot-driven like Loki when it could have easily become Hawkeye with a few changes. Characters who take initiative and keep things going demand our attention, especially when their drive and or goals are backed up by a clear motivation. We can understand why the character is determined to get past related obstacles. Active characters are always better than inactive ones. If their thoughts and actions are clear and constantly on the move, so is the interest of the audience.
You guys are losers.
But then why do you sit with us?
Because I don't have any friends.
Steve Rogers in the first Captain America was a great protagonist. Just like
Kate Bishop
he falls under the category of being an active character. But on top of that, he's often at a disadvantage that challenges his willpower. These protagonists are great because they have to work much harder if they are to get the thing that they want. Audiences gravitate towards those who are strong-minded and yet just a cut under, especially if the characters don't whine and pout when things don't go their way. If leads have too much power and don't struggle a ton, their abilities aren't challenged and they may come across as overpowered depending on the situation. Imagine how different Hawkeye would be if these guys got captured by the Pajama Gang, only for Kate to break free and kick everyone to the floor, shoot a few arrows, and get them out without a scratch. Kate would be overpowered and not exciting to watch long term. She wouldn't have anything to learn from or improve upon because, well, she's just already perfect. Not to say that the version we got isn't perfect. I mean, Kate is quite fine on her own. I mean, not fine, she's, wait, no, hold it!
Oh, it's Mr. MVP! Simp!
Watching characters persevere, even if they are at a disadvantage, is what makes them so inspiring and worthy of their eventual success. Kate keeps going regardless of the consequences and danger that challenge her inexperience. Her wish to succeed outweighs the probability of failure. Characters who display a mediocre skill level but have a deep motivation to do better are far more interesting to watch than a super Chad with a full abilities bar. The choice not to give up is the core reason why audiences get invested in strong characters. They inspire us to do better in our real lives. It certainly works for Spider-Man, not to mention the vast majority of Pixar's protagonists. I'll do a video exploring the 4 pillars of a well-rounded character, so subscribe for more. For the character of
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
Kate Bishop
Come on!
the Hawkeye writers embrace disadvantage, using it as a tool to increase the show's performance. Kate's superpower is not her archery or combat skills, but having the focus and motivation to get what she wants regardless of how many times she may fail. Kate is the type of character that will remain timelessly relevant long after the superhero genre has faded from mainstream popularity. This is a strong lead that people will remember.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
You know what, Romanoff?
The final reason why Hawkeye succeeds at being a great show is the fact that Kate, as well as the audience, are ducks and Marvel is a bread bag with a hole in it. Let me explain. The fact that Kate doesn't truly know what's going on is intriguing. She is an outsider to the shady pajama-clad mafia and their intentions. Both the audience and the protagonist pick up crumbs of the bigger picture, but don't fully see the pastry until the finale. Kate naturally has a lot of questions, and can ask them for both her and the viewer's sake without compromising the scene's general quality. Being a persistent character, she keeps going and unfolds the shady plot in the process. Dressing stories in a mystery cloak is a great way to keep people engaged, especially if your main character and supporting cast is the reason why the mystery cloak is eventually ripped away. Harry Potter does this, WandaVision does this, and Loki kinda tries to do this. I'm harsh against this one because I dislike Multiverses. Hawkeye is amazing because of the fact that it touches on the major factors that make a story great. Of course, this isn't all you need in a story, but these are the main bones that help make a great one.
Kate Bishop
Is a fantastic protagonist, embodying all these things and wielding a bow at the same time. She has a consistent anchor point on her face, good posture, relaxed shoulders, a nice release. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm an archery nerd. Throughout Hawkeye, Kate is learning and becoming a better person. The pairing with Clint Barton was a simple choice because archery and stuff, but ultimately worked at a deeper level because of their mutual relationship. Clint is an experienced Avenger transitioning into a different stage of his life, mentoring Kate to be an eventual successor. While Kate ultimately sets the show's plot into motion, she later helps Clint tidy up the loose ends of his past that would have likely resurfaced. I'm sure we'll see more of Kate in the future. I just hope they write her as the inexperienced Avenger she was in Hawkeye. I'm excited to see what she does next and hope that they... Wait, no, hold it, stop!
MVP! Simp!
Aw, come on! I'm still new to the whole video essay culture, and I'm trying to figure out what lengths work best, so my future projects will vary in duration. Please like this video if you like this video. And remember, the next time you eat boxed macaroni, don't eat it with a fork.
This is not cutlery. This is not cutlery.
Hot sauce is definitely welcome, but no fork.
Ugh, I love hot sauce. Yes.